feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hey everybody, yeah, come on. This is the post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank. We're in studio today with our guest today, Southside Stephen James Rickman, who is unbelievable today. You ought to go to the post-show wrap-up and go on to shrimptankpodcast.com, go to iTunes, download this. You're going to want to hear the entire broadcast today. I'm always joined by Chris Hanks, who's our co-host and executive director and founder of the Shore Center for Entrepreneurship. And Joey Roos, congratulations, is the first to get a degree in entrepreneurship from Kennesaw State University. Again, every week, go to shrimptankpodcast.com. You have to hear the entire replay that we did with Steve and all about running a business and radio and much, much more. And you might want to find out who's the worst person he ever worked with on radio at some point. And Steve, we brought up on today's show this business that you've launched now, which is yeahcomeon.com. And I want to know, like, why you decided to get into the business of merchandising and tell people a little bit about why you got into that and building your brand.
Well, you know, with a catchphrase or anything along those lines, you know, if you've got something and people start to say it, and with me, I'm fortunate enough and lucky enough to be on the radio, so it's something that people start to say. And then you're like, this is something cool. And what do people want? When they have a favorite anything, they want to wear it, or they want to see it. Just like 96 Rock was popular in the 80s, everybody had a 96 Rock tag on the front of the car, upside down. Why? Turn it up. And that was something people did. So I think along those lines. I think visually. And I'm like, if I'm going to say it and people say it to me, why not wear it? So I trademarked Yeah Come On, the spelling Y-E-A-H, yeah, but come on is C''M-O-N, and saying it, spelling it, and then I have a website now, yeahcomeon.com, where I distribute everything from hats, shirts, bottle openers, koozies, as well as the really nice tins.
Nice tins.
I mean, the big ones.
You need a pair of those.
Nice 10. Did I say it right? 10. What do you want to call those? They're imitation. They're not the Yetis, but they're like the Bettys.
Oh, like tumblers and stuff like that.
It's a tumbler.
Yeah, okay.
That's what it is.
All right.
It's really nice, and it's big, and it's silver, and it looks good.
So
$30.
So there's a lot of people who have like either some kind of either a catchphrase or some kind of thing. Hey, this will look good on a T-shirt, and they're thinking about trademarking. So what are some of the downsides of doing that, or some of the upsides of doing something like that, like trademarking a catchphrase?
The downsides are it's expensive to trademark. So if you're going to do it correctly and you want to get it for different things, you have to first do a research. You have to go to attorneys. And it is about a $6,000 to $7,000 process to do that much. And then you got to decide, are you going to have somebody make the shirts for you? The quality may not be that good. I went to a place called PTS Screening because they do all the screening for Sweetwater. And Sweetwater has blown up. And I knew those guys when they made their first six-pack. They came on our morning show in '95. And I've watched them blow up. And their T-shirts are very catchy. So I went to the best T-shirt company. They've got a creative department. I told them what I wanted to do. I did a Palm Trees Forever shirt because that's what I love to say. It's a beach thing. When you think palm trees, you think vacation, you think fun, you think drinking. And I picked the colors of everything, kind of the way I wanted. The one thing I would say is as an entrepreneur, you probably don't want to get too close to it. You want to have people look at it, people that aren't close to it, and get the opinions to make sure what you're doing appeals to the masses, not just to you.
So you've obviously built a great brand for yourself, and listening to you on the episode, you're an amazing marketer. Right?
Just say it. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on. That's awesome.
And there's all kinds of ways to say it. Like when you get your degree, you know, and you get your
He just got one.
Yeah.
Well, no, but does he have
The
it?
piece of paper.
got
one.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have it soon.
Yeah.
You don't have the paper?
Not yet.
All right, when you get the paper, that's a yeah, come on.
Look for it on Facebook.
And then when you walk out of the room after
Right.
you've left a girl in shambles, you go, yeah, come on.
Well, anyhow, regarding, okay, so marketing, obviously, you've built an amazing brand, but with a website now where you're merchandising and growing your brand beyond maybe your radio audience, how do you scale that brand? A lot of people say social media is the way to go, but that's getting more expensive. What is your tactic to scaling your brand nationally?
Well, see, that's the position I'm at right now. That's a great question because that's exactly where I am. I've done it on a local level. I've talked about it. I have packages in the car, so I'm mailing something out about every day or every other day. And it's a slow process. We do it all ourselves. So I think I'm at the point now to grow my brand. I'm looking at sites and social media where I can boost my coverage to get outside of the listening area. But Atlanta being a city of 7 million, 1 million people buying my brand would just about do it.
That's right. Well, for Steve, for folks that are watching the post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank and they're thinking about buying a hat or buying a shirt or buying the Yeah Come On bottle opener or buying one of those tumblers, how can people out there get in touch with you, learn more about your company?
Just go to yeahcomeon.com. We're going to be upgrading the site, but right now when you go to it, it's not a hard site to navigate. Matter of fact, it even has Southside Steve's Closet, where I will be selling off one item like every 2 weeks, something that I own that meant something to me, like a one-off, like a 96 Rock t-shirt.
You got a Burt Reynolds t-shirt for me or no?
I don't have a Burt Reynolds t-shirt.
All right,
No, I do
okay.
not. But I do have some Smokey and the Bandit stuff, some signed, some not. So you can always look for that. And my wife is quite the cook, and I'm letting her put a recipe on the site too. So she puts up some of
That's
her
right.
recipes. So it's fun. So when you go to the site, you can pick up a recipe. You can look at my closet, see if you want that item. But you can definitely jump on one of 10 different shirts. And there's different bonuses too. It's just $3 for shipping. And if you spend $100, I toss in a yeahcomeon.com t-shirt for free.
I'll tell you what, y'all ought to check it out. And for those of you that ever need an MC for an event, this is the guy that you want to hire. He absolutely knows how to do it. He's the best in the business at running those events, right? You still MC for people?
I just still MC. I did mixed martial arts. I did the NFC. I think I've hosted 114 fights or fight nights with 10 fights each night. So I've done it a lot. Done boxing, and I was play-by-play for the Atlanta Silverbacks for 7 years. I did color and commentating and hosted halftime.
I saw you do a couple of Hooters bikini contests, too.
That's the other thing. I did 7 international bikini contests in Vegas and in Miami, Florida, and I've hosted over 700 bikini
Chris
contests.
would be proud to know at a couple of those, there were some Kennesaw State people that were involved. She's 18 from Kennesaw State, and Mom and Dad were there in
You
the
start
crowd.
off with their measurements. 36, 24, 35. Number 13, Tiffany. Yeah, come on. Then she comes out, she starts walking, and then you say, she enjoys badminton, teasing guys, and laying on her back. And then she stops, and then she turns, and she goes back. She doesn't want to be a mama. She wants to be your mama. She is contestant number 13, Tiffany. And then the song out, and she's off the stage.
All right, folks, I'll tell you what, you ought to listen again to a whole replay of the broadcast. In all seriousness, I will say, there's so much to learn from Steve. And when you think about being successful, it's all about tenacity and discipline and improving on your craft. And for someone to be in the radio business for 25 or more years and be as successful with the #1 radio morning show today, there's a lot to be learned about that and being an entrepreneur. So go to iTunes, download his entire broadcast, and that's the post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.